No, I just came with CSFA.
Hello. Welcome to Washington. Let's get closer. Let's get closer. Invite all the people from there to get. Everybody get closer. We are going to start in a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. Okay. Yes. She wants to sing a song. Okay. Okay, let's get closer, okay? Can you tell the people in the back to get closer? What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling tonight? Man, y'all look good. Wow. This is amazing. My name is Andrew. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the Vice President of the Alliance for Safety and Justice and the National Director of Crime and Safety. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jonathan Williams. I'm the Managing Director for Crime Safety and Justice. Welcome to DC. Are y'all ready? We want to just hear who's in the house tonight. I'm going to try to enunciate the great state of Texas. There's Florida in the house. What about Houston? What about Ohio? What about Illinois? What about California? Is New York in the house? What about Virginia? Is Maryland in the house? DC? What about North Carolina? Last but not least, what about Connecticut? What about Massachusetts? What about Arizona? What about Nevada? What about Indiana? What about Alabama? What about Tennessee? Man, this is amazing. This is so amazing. Before Jonathan and I kind of ground us on why we're here today, we want to bring out one of our friends, an individual who will be gracing the stage tomorrow. Give it up for R&B artist, soul writer, soul survivor, and also someone who got a beautiful voice that y'all won't hear tonight, but y'all hear tomorrow. So we want to come out and say a few words. Give it up for Lloyd. It's Louisiana. Who that? Who that? Who that? Honored to be here. My name is Lloyd. I'm from New Orleans. All right. Grew up in Atlanta. I've been asked who's on to take 10 seconds of silence for all the survivors of crime today in itself. When I was 1 year and a half years old, my father, Lloyd Sr., was murdered in the Palio Projects of New Orleans, Louisiana. Most of my life, I have imagined what this journey would be like if I had my father by my side, as we share some of the same dreams. My father was a choir director. He was a saxophonist. He was often called the flyest man in the project. And he was a loving father. And like so many of us, we are born into circumstances far beyond what we can comprehend to be fair. But being here today, seeing all of your beautiful faces, it only reminds me that everything happens for a reason, that we are alive today, therefore we are blessed today. And sometimes, when we have to go without, we learn the value of having. So now, I stand on this stage, a father of two beautiful kids. I am the father of that. But but I'm the best father because I know the value of not having a father. But this is not about me tonight. This is about you and the things, the trials, the challenges, the turmoils that you've had to overcome in order to find your strength. And I just want to say to you, I'm honored to be able to perform for you tomorrow. A few years ago, I stopped making music because I didn't know what to say, but I knew I wanted to say something. And what I came up with is that people matter. Words matter. And therefore, if I'm ever going to do music on a large scale, it would be about something bigger than me. But I would make it so personal that I could relate to each and every person. Because when we have conversation with each other, we build compassion, respect, and ultimately love. A lot of times when we are born into unfortunate circumstances like me, we carry that trauma with us, and we usually use that to lash out, hurt other people, and we fail to have those important conversations with each other. I talked to Brother Aswad backstage, and he told me the man who shot me was just a victim of circumstances himself. He was also abused. So the abused became the abuser, and he said he gained a bit of compassion for the person who harmed him, which is maybe the most powerful thing I've ever heard. When I perform, I like to do three things. I hope that things. If you ever love somebody that you lost, I want you to look up to the sky and say, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Now I want everybody in this room, look at a person to your left or to your right. Look them in their eyes. Say, I respect you.
I respect you.
Now I want everybody put one hand up to the sky. Place it over your own heart. And make this promise to yourself. Say, I love you. I love you. I just want to say you are worthy of this life. We are all God's children.
We are all God's children.
We belong to be here.
We belong to be here.
And we belong to be respected.
We belong to be respected.
Thank you so much, and I hope you all have more life, more health, more happiness, more family and friendship, and more opportunities like this to fight for the voiceless people of the world, for the fatherless kids of the world, for the beautiful mothers and sisters and daughters of the world. I got nothing but love for y'all, and I can't wait to rock tomorrow.
For generations, parents survivors have been absent from the conversation about public safety.
For generations, crime survivors have been re-traumatized by a justice system that is supposed to keep us safe.
For generations, crime survivor stories have been exploited to push agendas that stand against everything we stand for.
It's time to break these cycles of crime and violence.
It's time to take the narrative back.
And it's time for crime survivors all over the country to unite under a new movement that's sweeping the nation.
We are crime survivors for safety and justice, and we future of public safety.
What do we want? What do we want it?
In 2013, 100 survivors gathered for the first ever Survivor Speak Advocacy Day to share their story and to advocate for change in their communities.
In the 10 years that have passed, 18,000 survivors from 15 states have attended Survivor Speak Advocacy Days at their state capitals,
resulting in 100 bills passed, $3 billion in funding secured, and catapulting their own healing journeys.
This September, following the footsteps of historic marches before us, the new crime survivors movement is heading to Washington, D.C. to advocate for change at a national level.
We will march alongside state and national leaders as the largest and most diverse group of crime survivors to ever march for change in the nation's capital.
We are crime survivors.
And we know better than anyone what victims need.
We know that healing, prevention, and rehabilitation are the cornerstones to an effective justice system.
We know firsthand how to take our pain and turn it into power. We are from big cities and small towns.
We are storytellers,
Advocates,
Organizers.
Change makers.
and healers.
We are.
We are survivors. And when we speak, change happens. Join us for the Survivors Speak March on Washington, September 23rd through 24th in Washington, D.C.
Please like, subscribe, and share. We are here. Advocates.
Y'all ready to have a good time? Y'all ready for y'all voices to be heard? Great. Over these next 24 hours, it's gonna be a powerful moment. Why? Because of you all. So we're happy to have you all here tonight in DC. We're looking forward to making history. And we know tomorrow during the rally is a special time for not only just us, but guests, but because you all are making it a special moment. You are the reason that we are here. You are the reason we built this moment. And you're the reason we are going to change this nation. You matter, your experience matter, the people you've lost matter, the hurt you experience matter, and your voice and leadership matter. So I want to turn it over to Aswa to share a little bit about why we're here and to give a few thank yous and shout outs.
Thank you all. Thank you for traveling a long way to get to this moment. And for all of us, this is not just about a march. Right? This is about making sure that our voices are heard and the policies that we want to put in place become a reality. So our organization, the past 12 years, what we've been doing is listening to survivors. Right? I see so many faces here in the crowd who I've cried with you, I hugged you, we talked about the barriers and the issues, we talked about what our state leaders need to do, we talked about our loved ones, our families, but we also talked about the solutions, right? We talked about the solutions that we need. And that solution is around this idea that all survivors should have a right to heal. So over these past 12 years and you all's experiences, your stories, your loved ones, we've been able to create a policy platform called The Right to Heal. This is more than just marching, y'all. This is about healing for our communities. So I'm gonna read some of these policy ideas that come from all of you. So think about it. What if we all had a right to heal? That would sound like a right to have trusted and accessible help in our community to heal from trauma. How that sound? If we had a right to heal, it would be a right to emergency financial help without all of the red tape. How does that sound? It would be a right to have access to safe housing in the wake of violence. How that sound? It would mean a right to maintain job stability, including leave time and reasonable accommodations from work. That's a safety net. How does that sound? It would sound like for our children and our youth to have a right to support in schools and in communities for children that are experiencing violence. How does that sound?
You want to go with them?
It would look like a right to dignity, respect, and support for victims of unsolved homicides and crimes. How that sound? It would sound like a right to protection from arrest or conviction arising from victimization. How that sound? And last but not least, it would be a right to communities where violence prevention, mental health, crisis assistance are all considered essential safety services, not just more incarceration. How that sound? And it will also mean for those who are coming out of the justice system to be able to access housing, jobs, things that support our families and help promote economic stability. How that sound? So that's what we are marching for, y'all, a right to heal and a new approach to public safety. So I want to thank you all. Thank you to all of our partner organizations all across the country. Thank you for your work, your dedication for the past few months. Thank you for standing with us the past a few years. Super shout out to all of our chapter coordinators across the country. Thank you to all of our volunteers. Thank you to all of our new members. Thank you to each and one of you for being here today. And also want to thank you to all of our sponsors. So thank you to the Alliance for Safety and Justice, the Ford Foundation, the Just Trust, and also one of our newest sponsors, the Power Coalition for Equity and Justice. But most importantly, thank you all. So when survivors speak, 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 when survivors speak. I'll turn it back over to Adriana to introduce our next speakers. Thank you, I love you all.
Gun violence. I thought about this last night. I got here real late or early, depending on how you look at it, 2:30 in the morning. And I was sitting on my bed and I saw on the news a mass shooting in Alabama. Alabama, where y'all at? I saw a mass shooting with 3 people that were named and 1 that was unidentified. and the 3 that they showed looked like me. And I thought about the moment back in 2013 when I lost my first brother, and I was in the ICU at San Francisco General Hospital, and we were walking out, and on the TV in the waiting room flashed a picture of my brother, who was in the room a few feet away, slipping away from us forever. And the minute I saw his face, his mother also saw his face, and she immediately collapsed and almost hit the floor. It was but my hand that kept her from hitting that floor. And in that moment, I had never felt more seen and more invisible at the same time. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? I do. How many of y'all have felt that pain? Whether it was something that happened to your family member or something that happened to you. You might have seen it on blast in the media or on social media. You might have got the attention about the harm that happened to you, but none of that support, none of that attention was given to you and to your family and to your community to heal. How many of y'all know what that feels like? The reason we are in Washington, D.C., there are many, many reasons, and there are lots of things that have happened over the past 12 years that brought us to this point. But I would like to think that the real reason why we're here is because it is time for this country to have a culture shift in the way that it looks at safety. It's time for this country to have a culture shift in the way we talk about healing as a part of the solution. It is time for this country to look and see and hear people who look like me and you and recognize that we have been harmed, but we are not the harm doers, we are the solution. It's time for people to recognize that even in the darkest moments of our life, we made a decision. We made a decision to have compassion for the people around us. We made a decision to start creating programs out of our living rooms. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? Out of our own pockets, helping lay loved ones to rest. Out of our own pockets, moving people to safety. Out of our own pockets, showing up to make sure these babies can get to and from school. And that our elders got what they need. How many of y'all here know what I'm talking about? And now it's time for the rest of the country to know what we're talking about. Because the conversation right now about what it's going to take to make us safe could be any more opposite. We know that nobody needs to go to jail or prison to get access to mental health and therapy and counseling. Nobody should have to do that. We know that even if something happened to you at one point in your life and you ended up in the criminal justice system, that doesn't mean that you can't also be a victim and been hurt in your life. And that you also should deserve to get some help. It doesn't mean that when something happens to you that no one should respond because they are more concerned with whether or not you are guilty or innocent than whether or not you need help. And it's time for people to recognize that while on the outside some people name our communities as the least safe, they couldn't be more safe because of people like us. That we wake up every day making a choice to show up. How many of y'all came here for the first time to Washington, D.C.? Look at all the hands around you. There are people in the room and the overflow room that I can't even see. For the first time, people like me and you have come into one of the most powerful capitals in the world to say you will hear us. You will see us. You will listen to us. And you will take our guidance on how to make communities safe, but also how to make this world better. Because nobody understands more about what survivors need. Nobody understands more about safety than the people who have been least safe. Nobody understands more about what it's going to take to move us forward than the people who were stuck for a minute and had to figure it out on their own. So we came here to be the solution. I want you, anybody who came here to be a solution, I want you to make some noise. And I want you to think about not only how we carry this energy to the Capitol. When I think about this march, it makes me think about other marches that were significant in this country's history, where people who were ignored weren't listened to, people who were undervalued. It reminds me of the civil rights movement, when our people came to demand that we had the same rights to sit and drink and feed and clothe and educate our children in the same spaces. That's what it reminds me of. We are asking for the same opportunity to heal ourselves and our communities. That is why we are here. But it's not going to stop with what happens tomorrow. That's the beginning. When we say there's a culture shift, that means that the culture got some work to do. Y'all ready to do the work? I want to encourage you to do a couple things before I get off the stage. Number one is, I know y'all traveled a mighty long way, and I want to thank you for dealing with our hookups. I want you to get to know somebody from somewhere else. Some of y'all might be in rooms with people that are unfamiliar to you or that you meet for the first time. We were very intentional about building partnerships with the people that are in this room. You are in a room full of healers, truth seekers, truth tellers, resources, fighters, leaders. That's who you're here with. Get to know each other. Build with each other, because I promise you the same thing that's happening in San Francisco, California, is happening in Montgomery, Alabama, is happening in Tallahassee, Florida, is happening in New York, is happening in Houston, Texas. We need each other. And that physical unity is going to make this world wake up and pay attention. I've been to Washington, D.C. before, and I know what it's like to have a powerful speaker who is a survivor tell their story to someone for the first time and watch their face change. Don't underestimate the power of your presence here. Don't underestimate it just because of what you came from, or because this may have been the first time you had a flight across the country, or because your program may not have any money for funding yet. Don't underestimate your power, because you are about to find out tomorrow just how powerful we are. The one last thing that I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes for a minute. And I want y'all to just quiet down just for 2 seconds, I promise. I know it's hot, we ready to party, but I want you to close your eyes just for a minute, and I want you to imagine a time in your life when you felt safe. A time in your life when you felt the most safe. Who were you with? What can you smell? Where were you at? I promise, probably no one out of the thousands of people that are here thought the first place that they felt safe was in prison or a jail cell. That should be enough to let you know that we are over-reliant on one thing for safety. How many of y'all thought about home? How many of y'all thought about grandmama? Abuelita, your cousins. How many of y'all thought about church, school? That's why we're here. We have to put the safe back in safety. We have to put the safe back in public safety. And you know how we do it? Y'all know how we gonna do it? We're gonna show up tomorrow and we're going to let them know that when survivors speak, when survivors speak, when survivors speak. I love y'all. Thank you for being here.
Guys, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Thank you for being here. Change happens. Change.
All right, how inspiring is Tanish? Tanish, thank you for delivering those words. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the stage Mr. Greg Jackson, the Deputy Director of the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention, to share a special message from Vice President and Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris.
How y'all feel about that? What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Hey, this is a big deal, y'all. This is a big deal. Washington, D.C. has never had so many survivors come together the way they have today. This is history. Give yourselves a round of applause. So I want to meet all of you. So quick exercise. Everybody put your right hand out. Everybody out. You two back there with the white hat. There you go. Shake your hands. We've all shook hands. You got dap me up? You're good. You're good. But I want to thank you all for being here. As shared before, I'm here on behalf of the White House for the first ever White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. But I'm here first as a survivor. I was shot on April 21st of 2013. Just 12 blocks from here. And I'll never forget that feeling of laying on the pavement and not knowing whether I'll be given another chance. Not knowing if my life mattered enough for the ambulance to get there on time, for the surgeon to do their job. And I'll never forget that when I arrived at the hospital, I wasn't met by surgeons and doctors and nurses. I was met by investigators and law enforcement. They questioned me. And I realized in that moment they saw a crime to solve and not a life to save. But I'm here to tell you that that era is over. That era is over. I am proud to serve President Joe Biden, the first president in history to name gun violence as a public health crisis. And not only did he name it, he put resources behind it. $15 billion from the American Rescue Plan for COVID relief. 40 executive actions, that's more executive actions than any president in history. $1.1 billion in the victim services for families like ours and survivors like us. Passed the first law on gun violence in 30 years, the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act. And on top of all of that, he said, we're not done. I need a team. And I don't want a team of policy experts. I don't want a team of academic leaders. I don't want a team of talkers. I want a team of survivors. Team of survivors. And I'm proud to stand before you because the White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention is led by survivors. We are built by survivors. And we thrive because survivors are in charge. So when we say survivors speak, things happen. So let me say it, survivors speak. Survivors speak. Survivors speak. I got hype, y'all. My bad. Okay. I'm supposed to be reading something. Okay, here we go. But with that said, I also want to recognize one really important person. The Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris. Now you all won't see this in the news, but I'm gonna tell you right now, her commitment to survivors is unmatched. When she became district attorney, the first problem she tried to solve was supporting a mother close a homicide case. And when I worked with her, the first event we had was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Anybody from Charlotte here? Yeah. And we were going to visit a school to talk about school safety. But before the cameras came on, before the influencers and political leaders got there, we sat down with 12 students, all of which who had been impacted by violence, had lost their best friends. She sent the cameras out, sent the staff out, and said, I'm gonna spend an hour hearing directly from these guys right here. And that's been her energy every day, every part of the way. How do we put survivors first? How do we hear where the solutions are, recognizing that we are not the problem, we are the solution. So I want you to look to your neighbor and say, neighbor, you are the solution.
The solution.
Okay, now let me read what she sent me to read you. All right. From Vice President Kamala Harris, to the survivors in attendance, I am inspired by your bravery and resilience. You are fearless advocates in the fight for justice. President Biden and I know that there is much more to be done, but we are grateful to have you all as partners in making it a reality. So let this gathering be a reminder to continue leading with conviction and serving your communities with care. And she sends you her best wishes. Vice President Kamala Harris, AKA the next, I can't say it, but y'all know what it is. And one last thing, I gotta just give a shameless plug. If you didn't see it today, The FBI released their latest data report. And last year, we saw the steepest decline in homicides in American history, 11.6%. And they also looked at the numbers this year, and right now we're on pace for a 16% decrease. And when you think about what was done differently, the number one thing that this administration has done, the first thing, was invest in victims, invest in survivors, invest in community violence intervention, and invest in people. So I want to thank you for that, and I hope you hold that number tight to your heart, knowing that those lives saved are a direct result of you, because when survivors speak, thank you.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Crime survivors speak. I'm in the music, but YouTube is gonna beat my tail across the head. YouTube always copyright this music. So right now we're gonna watch this band. After this band, we are out of here. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Thanks for all the nice people that are here. Crime Survivors March Summit on Washington, D.C. Everyone in this room are victims of gun violence, of crime. Everybody here either been shot, survived, or lost a loved one to gun violence, or a loved one was taken due to gun violence. That's in my car, guys. Like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. We're waiting for the band. I'll turn on the sound as soon as the band come back. And we'll stop playing.
Let's welcome the EU Go-Go Band.
Welcome to Washington, D.C., y'all. Thank y'all for having us tonight. I promise you're going to be happy. Where y'all from? Huh? Where y'all from? Where y'all from? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Put your hands up for Funky Belly. Everybody. Let's party. Check this out.
Crime Victims Speak Summit and March opening reception. Huh?
You have to take the elevator.
Oh. Amazing event. Now we gotta go. Get some sleep because tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow is huge, huge day. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. All right, guys. Awesome. Thank you. It's a beautiful. They set it up really nice and beautiful over here. Yeah, they set it up very nice. Look at this. Let's see. Stay right there. We're going to take a picture, guys. Hey, Slick Rick. Oh, good. Grandma Flip. Good night, Slick Rick. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you, love.
Good night, so you can see my face.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for moderating for us. Thank you, Slick Rick. We'll see you at the casino. Hold on. All right, let's see if we can get. All right, we're going. Good night from Virginia. I don't know which one is always. Always is supposed to be. I don't know how to tell. How do you tell which one is the hours? Yeah, so many buses.
Yeah, these just big shuttle buses.
This one doesn't matter?
That's all right. You can write down.
Hey,
Hi.
what hotel y'all looking for?
Alexandria?
It's E as in Edward. The Alexandria, right?
Yeah, E.
All the way down.
All the way down?
A to
Okay,
E.
E, okay. All right, all the way down, mommy. So we gotta do E. Hey, night! Yeah, it's restaurant. Efficient, yes. Efficient, efficient. Good night. Thank you for coming. Thank you.